Welcome back, guys. Here we have Happy Camper, who's going to be playing Star Control 2, and he has a commentator in with him, CAD225. So if you guys want to take it away.
Hello, I'm Happy Camper, and with me is CAD225. He's joining online.
Hello.
So I'm showing you off Star Control 2 today, or the Ur-Quan Masters, as it's also called, the newer version of the game. So the original Star Control 2 is from 92, and the version that I'm playing was originally, it comes from 2002, and it's updated regularly. It's like an open source. It's an open source version of the game that's been available since 2002. So sometimes sees updates, so we'll be playing that. Oh, yeah. Also hi, thank you in the chat. Thanks for the good luck.
The most recent update was less than a year ago, I believe. So very active updating.
I wouldn't call it very active, but it's sometimes there's updates. So I'm happy when they drop it, when they drop a new update. Anyway, I think we have still a lot of time to talk during the run, so let's just get going. I'll give you a countdown from 3, so we can start then. So 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Go. Wait, what?
I get the intro skip, but okay.
Sorry about that. I was setting the game.
Well, don't worry.
I do apologize.
Well, I didn't really wait until you said ready.
Yeah, if you want to count down again, and we'll try that again. Sorry about that.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, we can restart. I think we have to restart because of time. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to restart the game if that's fine.
Don't worry. I'm already there.
All right.
So you're fine?
All fine.
No?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, then 3, 2, 1, let's go.
And good luck.
Okay, thanks for the good luck. Star Control is majorly an adventure game, space adventure with some. You will see some space combat later on, and there's also some exploration slash planet exploring, as you will see in a second here on Pluto. You want to talk about a friend Wifo?
Yeah, Wifo's down on the planet. Swathi are quite cowardly, so they retreated all the way from the moon guard to Pluto, and now we're going to be talking to him for a while. He's going to be spamming shift and enter to skip the dialogue, but he's picking certain ones to make it faster.
Yeah, so he's one of he's the first alien species that we meet in this run. He's a Sparty. And we try to be diplomatic, right?
Yeah, so he's now joined our cause. You can see him next to the ship view. Next, we're heading off to Mercury for some radioactives.
So you cannot only talk to people or to aliens on the planets, but you can also gather resources. That's actually a major part if you play it casually. But for the speedrun, this will be the only time that I'm gathering minerals.
Yeah, it's a huge part of the loop of this game, but in the speedrun we sort of just skip that, but because we don't need nearly as much resources as other people do to beat this game.
Well, it's kind of deceiving a bit, because we need a lot of resources, but we get it in a different way, right?
Yeah, we do get it in a different way, that's true. But we still need as much, but he's turning certain directions to be able to move to areas faster. For example, actually.
So here we literally pick up a moon base.
Yep. The moon base that was abandoned, but they wanted to make it seem like it wasn't abandoned.
Yeah, and here we have the next... Oh, Cooligan is here. Good morning, Cooligan. Thanks for joining. Didn't expect you to join us. Oh, that was a clean Ilrothite. So that's the space combat. This time it was very fast, but later on we will see a slower one where we can talk a bit more about combat, because
Yeah.
the first fight is just very quick.
Now offloading minerals, they needed the radioactives to bring back up the starbase, and now we're going to be selling. Unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to both the Earth Cruiser and Whippo. And then we're just going to sell all of our stuff for in exchange for speed and fuel. So getting lots of thrusters there, and it's going to get a bunch of fuel right here. And now we've got a good amount of fuel and speed, and we're ready to go to places.
Yeah, so the first part is major, like the major thing is like just go for speed.
Right here is the
upgrade
biggest
the ship
downtime
for
of the run.
Don't focus on battle.
So we have a couple minutes here to explain more things about the game. This is the longest hyperspace movement.
Actually, I have my hands free because this is the one and only autopilot section. So a lot of this game you will see in like this setup, like this. We have this red space called hyperspace, where the ship will be moving through. And the autopilot is a way, like if you focus on a star system, like you have a star map, you can open the star. Click on them in DOS way, I would say. Like you can choose your destination, go there with the autopilot. But it's like this is the only section where it really pays off. To do that, because it's kind of slow. Every time you open the star map, it's okay, I seem to have issues with my mic. Let's fix that real quick.
Also, just searching most star systems on the map takes a while. Thankfully, this one's really quick because it's the default to just typing P and then spamming enter a couple of times. Because it's the first in alphabetical in that case, so it's all the other ones aren't worth it, but this one is because it's kind of at a weird angle and it's fast to type in.
Oh yeah, we have a question like how many different planets are there to visit? Do you know the number? I have no clue, but it's hundreds. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Probably something like 500, I would guess.
Are they talking about total amount or just
planets. Oops, I was thinking about systems first. So planet systems are, I think, around 500 or so, and in most of them you have at least like a lot of them are just one, but there are also some with 10 or so. So it's a lot of damn planets. A lot of resources to gather if you really want to go everywhere. Yeah, a little bit more talk about the space thing. Actually, we're closing in, but like there's you can do like inter-planet system movement, like I'm doing here, like you also saw me doing in the solar system. Then we have this hyperspace thing, and then there's one more coming up pretty soon.
Yep, we're gonna go ahead and grab a Ur-Quan wreck here. Which is going to be quite useful in using its warp pod.
Yeah, so there are artifacts in the game which you can also recover from the planets. So every time we land on a planet now, it's not about resources, but it's about picking up certain artifacts in order to progress the plot.
Of how many planets there are, there's over 3,800.
Alright. Yeah.
Just looked for it.
Cool. And
so
how many systems? Because I think
500. Around 500.
Cool stuff. So now we are on the way to mysterious planet or mysterious system. Let's call it. To not spoil the surprise. Oh, it looks a bit different.
Quite interesting.
So you can see on the bottom right, there's this radar, and I just saw this big thing, and now I'm in quasi space. So this is the green space, which is quite aggressive on
an
the
alternate
eyes.
realm, which has a large amount of portals that will lead to different spots in hyperspace.
Yeah, exactly. So we can go pretty much anywhere from there, if we can enter it, which we could not yet, but we will be able to do that soon. Because there are also some alien friends here. Going
the color
extra slow here.
is just based on how strange this place is.
Yeah. So I was going extra slow here with the dialogue because I didn't want to tell them that I want to kill them. That's also one of the options. You can be very bad at diplomacy if you want to. If you really want to, you can make them your enemies.
If you click that, they don't give you ships, and the land's basically over because you need the ships for both money and fighting certain other ships.
So there's a neat little trick also that saves, 3 to 4 seconds.
You got the portal spawner.
But
yeah, entering, and then we have an excess of fuel at the moment, so just going to the other part of the quasi space saves a couple seconds. So moving further towards where you want to go. Now we're going to be meeting some birds, spiritual creatures.
Oh yeah, the next diplomacy section, you could say. How to get aliens to work for you? Well, just tell them you're working for them. And that's how it works for the punk. I will not be able to avoid them. So these blue ships are from these cute little birds you will see in a second. Okay, I won't be able to avoid that.
Yeah, sometimes there's just too many ships and you have to run into them. I think you could have gone below, but it's kind of...
So every time there's a little sound coming up from the encounter, because at the moment, or at the time, they were like a neutral faction, and every time you meet such a ship or on a planet, they sound this like danger sound, make you aware. All right, there might be a battle coming up. But within the dialogue, we can easily make them our friends. So they give us 4 of their ships, the Furies, Furies.
They're not a material gift, mind you.
Yeah, they will be very useful in a second, and we won't do any fights with them. Sadly, I like them, but sadly, no fights with these ships.
They're usually quite useful for certain parts of the game, but not in the speedrun since they kill stuff fairly slowly.
Oh yeah, since some people talking about playing the game, it's very, very cool experience casually. Like it's a lot of things to puzzle out. I hope we're not spoiling too much of the fun with the speedrun. We're not planning on explaining too much of the stuff that is going on. Focus on...
We'll leave most of the lore for everybody to play the game casually to figure out, as well as other things we don't do in the speedrun, such as countless other things. We even have other categories for them.
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot of like what we cannot really show in the speedrun is the conversations are super fun because the dialogues are sometimes very crazy. Like all the aliens have different perspectives, and some are like very scared. Some are like spiritual weirdos. There's so much different stuff going on. It's crazy. Some are
sad. Some are like
some are very depressed. Happy. Some are just looking for an adventure. It's weird.
Yeah, it's very unique and cool aliens.
And the exploring stuff is also very fun to just explore a system, find maybe there's some secret hidden there. It's very interesting to get. Damn, I missed this. Very interesting to get all the material from the different systems and just check out what is going on and maybe find
The reason
some probes on the way.
The reason he was turning 90 degrees there was, or 180 degrees, was to get to the moon faster. That's one of the toughest parts. Well, it's often a tough part is not missing when you turn to get to moons and stuff faster.
Yeah, there's a lot of little movement tech you can do in the game, which
Yeah,
sounds
like
a bit
facing
weird
up
because
or
it sounds
systems.
like it seems simple. It's just 2D movement, and we're just turning around, and it's like constant speed everywhere. But you can do some little neat little tricks to make the ways shorter. Like I have a maximum speed which I reach like after I think 1 second or so. So the ship is going constant speed, but the movement in the game is very interesting because it tries to be very close to space movement, so that you keep your inertia. So while I keep going forward, like I can stop accelerating and just turn around and go and see where I want to go next and do that. So
Yeah,
there's neat little tricks you can do also with the positions of the planets and moons.
We obtained the caster from a moon, and now we're using it to convince the Oleth that we're actually their gods. And yeah, we do memorize the turns and directions. Once you play the game quite a bit, they sort of become natural.
Yeah, so we're doing different stuff to the JD, and some we can convince, like to join our cause. Some we can fool to, like we did just before, to
get an advantage.
To pretty much don't matter for us, or whatever our initial reasons are. Like we had to go make these spiders go away, so we just sent them away by fooling them. Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff you can do, or what you have to do in the run.
Random elements is quite interesting because we're just coming up to one right now. The spawns in the systems, the amount there are, and if they spawn at all in most systems is often really random.
Yeah, you can see me being chased by cute little orange balls right now.
This Gamma Scorpio system can have up to no micron, but it often has quite a few micron, and this was actually quite a lot. Pretty unlucky.
Yeah.
We need to go to this system to get some fragments to prove to some people that
I need to go up, I think.
The homeworld was destroyed.
Oh, nice. I got out. So yeah, there's a lot of ships chasing me. They are not friendly. So yeah, good that I escaped without an encounter there. Because every time I have an encounter, I lose at least 20 seconds.
We used to do saves a lot, but we've sort of optimized over time to do less and less saves. But still quite a good option to use some saves, since you can save really quickly in this game. It only costs a couple seconds. I guess that's normal for most games. So now we're heading over to the homeworld to ask them some info and then run away.
Yeah, so we just tell them, oh yeah, or we just ask them like what is, like we picked up a certain artifact and we wanted to find out a little bit more and just talk to these guys to find out that little bit of information we needed to go on with the story. Why did that too? No conversations. So that's, I didn't need to do that conversation, but it just sometimes happens.
It's fine though, because we can escape once again.
Yeah. So I had to escape twice though. Ideally, you would only have to escape once. Like one fight is necessary, but the second one now wasn't. That was just, yeah, bad luck. So and with this information we can head over to the next species, which will have a little plot for revenge. I mean, we're not talking about too much about the story, but we're visiting them and they needed some bits of information from us. Then we'll do, like this is pretty much the main quest here that we're pursuing.
Yeah. This quest takes up a good amount. It includes the Mycon and Cyrene.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say main quest because, like, the main quest is the longest in the run, like, anyways. But it's and it doesn't consist only of that, but it's like the longest subplot in the game. That will pretty much keep us busy for 2/3 of the run or so. Maybe 2/3.
A bit less,
but yeah, like half
a
the
good
run.
amount of the run.
Yeah.
All the stuff related to Mycon and Cyrene you'll see in this run is all about that quest line. And the Mycon are the people we just met, the funniest.
Yeah, so
people.
these sexy ladies are in need of help, so we're helping
We told them about the Mycon and what they've been doing, and now they're upset.
Yeah, don't make these ladies upset. They will come back with put a revenge plot on you.
Are we heading over to the usernames? I know I called them that, but it's just it. I mean, you are named after it.
So, next up, a little bit of more randomness. We can probably talk about
this
random.
is probably the worst part of luck in the entire run.
Bit.
Maybe the second worst after the thing I do on the moon. I found lucky.
So I need a ship to talk to, like from one of these. One of these ships to talk to, because for some reason it's not possible to do on the planet. So I need.
So there's a chance that there's a chance that they spawn in the system which you need to go to, but if they don't, you have to go to a different system and it's slower. Quite tough.
So I need to land on this planet. So I pretty much needed permission from them to land on this planet. That was my intention.
Yeah, and now we're gonna grab a device.
And let's head on. So also in the top right, you can see on the ship that my fuel is running low. So usually I would like to have like a lot more fuel, but
we're gonna be fixing that problem.
Exactly. Now we're fixing that problem. We need to fuel up. And maybe get some stuff on the way, you never know. So yeah, about the question earlier, do you memorize all the turn directions in the game? Pretty much. There's optimal movement, but yeah, there's more important ones and less important ones. Also, you can, like I just did, I really don't have a clue about, or don't really have a certain way to enter this system, because you also need to adapt it once in a while. Because in this system, especially, there will be ships, and you need to evade them to be faster. So it doesn't work always to have a certain way memorized. Of course, there can be an optimal way, but you won't always get the optimal way.
So by the way, we just sold the caster we got for a full, for the device called the Lucy Sphere, which we'll use later, and also sold the Mycon egg cases for fuel. Maybe that's actually reversed, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but we sold them to get that.
Yeah,
there's a chance for there to be Ur-Quan here.
Ah, damn it. Oh no, now I'm getting chased.
Ur-Quan are really tough to fight, so we don't want to fight them.
Yeah, they can pretty much kill me here easily if they get the chance to. So I'll be very careful exiting this planet orbit and wait for them to come in, because I'm kind of scared. Okay, that's 2 of them, so that should be it.
You could
there's
also
a chance that there's more.
The other option.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, just take the chance. I mean, there's still a chance you can escape. The Ur-Quan is just hard.
Yep.
So we went ahead and received some ships for the Cyrene so that they can get their revenge.
Yeah. Also, about the combat there, like, I can definitely defeat those Ur-Quan with the ships that I have. It's just very inconvenient, because it takes a long time. I know how to defeat the Ur-Quan dreadnoughts with the Erilu skiff. That's the ships that I have. But it just takes like probably 2 minutes or so until I could defeat them.
Yeah,
so
just
it's definitely
is
not
smart
worth it.
choice, too.
So if I would have gotten there an encounter there, I would try to flee. And that is also very dangerous to flee there. Because the Ur-Quan have a very powerful weapon. And they have some
And
extra
just the height.
fighters which they can launch, so they can decimate you in seconds.
Yeah, they have one of the highest damage outputs in the game. It's really crazy.
Yeah, so you better don't have an encounter with them. Ah, that was
I mean, yeah, they're the scariest alien race in this game. Even got the remaster named after them.
The core are not that bad. That's another species that is very, let's say, similar to, or that's the other Ur-Quan species. Let's put it that way. They are like how their ships work. They don't deal as much damage. Like I would prefer them all the time. Like if I had a random encounter in their space region. So, oops, that was a bit too far. Yeah, we're finalizing the plot with the Mycan and Cyrene here. Just a little talk here. And can I get it? Yeah, it should be the planet.
Yeah, that's close, but definitely a planet. It's good play. Once you encounter something, it takes a brief time to, you have like a brief cooldown after exiting, so we'll be fine. So we just told them to go to a different spot, so they will leave and leave stuff unguarded.
Yeah, also the neat little thing about that part here in the system is before you are at the planet, they are hostile to you, but afterwards they're neutral, so they will be moving away, so all I needed to do was reaching the planet in order to be safe, which happened quite easily. Now in this system though, there will be the next fight. I mean, it has been some time, but we will be doing more battles now.
What part of the ship? Just any part of sort of the center area, so not the two wings. So now we're going into the heal fight of the game.
What a rude Mycan there. Don't heal! Oh no.
We're going to be fighting all 5 Mycon with 1 or maybe 2 Everblue.
Yeah, so we can talk about battles here. So as you can see, I'm battling the Mycan with these Erilu skiffs. So my ship, like on the green bar, the green bar is the crew, so it's more or less health, and the red bar is energy, battery, and we will use that energy to destroy each other. So we have primary weapons and secondary weapons. The primary weapon of the Mycan is these blue balls that it shoots at me. That's homing missiles also. I have this little laser. And for secondary abilities, the Mycan can regenerate with a lot of battery. And I can teleport away. But I won't use that pretty much, because
the teleport
even
is
more
quite
randomness into the game.
It could potentially be faster, but yeah, it's super random whether it's going to work or not.
Exactly.
We never use teleport.
Only in very desperate situations.
Yeah. Because lapping the screen while they're moving towards you is faster in most cases. You also want them to shoot at you, so you usually don't shoot at them unless they've already shot so that they can't heal. Because healing is slower because you can't lure the shots into them.
Yeah, so that's one thing, and also Another thing is it's very helpful if they shoot at you, but like you can steer their homing missile onto themselves so they take their own damage. That is very neat if you can pull it off.
I mean, it's like a requirement to pull that off. A bunch of them have a fast fight.
Seems easy. Have you done this before? Only a couple thousand times or so. I mean, not the speedrun, but
not
just the
thousand.
fight. Just the fight, Maiken against Erilu.
I have done quite a lot of my gun fights. I practice that fight a lot because it's a great warm-up before you start attempts for the day.
Oh, there we got to see a Sly Landro probe. You want to talk about them a little bit? How annoying they are.
Yeah, these probes, they can spawn in hyperspace or in systems whenever they want, and they're really fast and really hard to dodge. Now we're going to be freeing mechanical beings. Well,
yeah, crystal mechanical robots, whatever. Some not very well-defined thing. But yeah, they will be helping us. Yeah, so one thing about the probes is they can spawn in hyperspace and in they can spawn in like pretty much any region of hyperspace that you're in. And but they can also be spawned in, I think, empty star systems. I've never seen them actually with other ships when there were other ships. I think that's not a thing. So
yeah, I think only empty.
Yeah, they are just around pretty much everywhere. So usually you only can encounter the actually, let's do it like this. You can only encounter the aliens in their sphere of influence, as it's called, like on certain parts of the map where their home region is, pretty much. But this with the probes, it's a little bit different. They can pretty much spawn everywhere.
You usually see a couple of them, since it's 2% chance to spawn in hyperspace per in-game day, and it goes up to 4% by near the end, I'm pretty sure. Because they start to become more of them. So we just re-equip some ships so that we can more effectively take out the ships we're going to be fighting in the future.
Yeah, so we got these super awesome ships now, and they will be our main like battle thralls, you could say. There's only one more other ship. Wait a second. I need to go up here. Oops.
Yeah.
So this is one of the longer journeys. But yeah.
It's not that long though.
Yeah, it's not that long, but one of the longer ones, I guess. Actually, I have the sheet open, but I just cannot look at that at the moment.
Oh, we looking the in-game time's looking good because
yeah.
The way this route works is the in-game time needs to be at a certain amount of time passed since you made the Olath go to attack, because they're going to distract this race while we grab a artifact. And you can see that they're here because they're in the system.
Yeah, so I think it was September 5th that it usually works, right? Oh, I actually forgot to keep a watch out what day it was. Like we could figure it out by keeping
I mean, it's exactly
watch.
6 months.
Yep.
From when you
not 6. I think it's 4.
I'm pretty sure. Is it? It might be. I don't know. Oh.
That was very close to dying. So the thing about the Ilroth is they have a cloaking device. Oh, that's a special ability. But they have a very close range attack that is... Yeah, very...
it deals
a lot of damage. So usually you're fine with just escaping them. But this time around they were... Oh, yeah, we're right next to you, so I needed to fly away to be safe there.
They're polar rocks, lol.
Holy moly, that was dangerous.
Yeah. Cornet resulted in losing almost all your crew. So now another point of luck, but I think you're actually going to use the safe option most likely.
Yeah, I will just
normally
see if I can
the fast
find
way.
one. No, and it spawned right there.
The fast way is the way for a spawn.
Right as I enter the system.
But the safe way is to enter a system instead. But yeah, as you can see, you did get the spawn, which is pretty good. Although entering the system cut into the time save.
Yeah, that was what, like a third day spawn or something? It was actually quite decent. Oh, but is that a 0 day? It looks like a 0 day, day 0 Ludwig.
Yeah, that was really good. Spawned almost right away.
No,
so
I'm interested if I can make it to the natural portal.
We got the Ur-Quan from the soup box, we repaired it, now we're giving it back to these people so that they're happy again. And now we are going to go ahead and get a huge bomb.
No, that's sadly no. Just 2 days off or so. One day off.
There's
one day off of the natural portal. So there's a neat little
there's a strategy
thing in the route where you could potentially save, what is it, 30 seconds or so?
Yeah, it saves a good amount of time. Like, I think more like 20, but it's because if the portal that naturally spawns from the 17th to the 20th is open when you go into Quasi, it saves quite a bit of time because you don't have to go to the portal that's not as close.
So here we have...
we're fighting the Druge.
Yeah, we have the next fight here, the Druge versus the Shimmer. So...
the Maulers are usually really good against Shimmer, but the AI doesn't really use them correctly, so we're able to take them out with Shimmer anyway.
Yeah. So what is important to notice here is, like, I have a short-range laser and these satellites around me. This is the avatar. But I can also pull the enemies towards me. That they have like this, how is it called? Gravitational pull, I guess, or whatever, some kind of pull. And I can just pull the Druge into my range and kill them. And what they're playing wrong, what the AI is doing wrong, is they are turning away as I do that. They should just try to focus me and shoot, because actually the Druge has a lot of firepower. And I think it's the only one with not feedback, how do you call it? Recoil. So yeah, they have powerful shots and could accelerate with their shots as well, but they are not using it correctly. Sometimes they do, but it's very rare that they. It's like when they.
That's why
perfectly aligned.
It took so long to even find this route, because everybody thought it was slower to fight Druge with Shimmer since it should be. This route is. It only started really being used like a year ago.
Yeah, less than a year ago, I think.
Like 9 months
it was or so. I think you came up with that in summer or so.
I'm pretty sure it was when I first got world record last year.
I think it was after. I think you had the world record before that, before the route.
I
will just roster up here.
Okay, it was in February of 2021.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's actually been longer than it feels like it's been.
Interesting.
So now we're heading over to the lobbies, but there's actually going to be a certain other thing we find at the home.
Yeah, so this toad, this Hypnotoad, is what we're looking for.
Yeah, we want him.
We want that guy.
He doesn't want us.
We need him. We need his support, or its support.
It doesn't want us though, so now we're gonna have to fight 10 Umga with the Shimur. They have a ability which has a field in front of them which deals a ton of damage to things inside of it, and the ability to move backwards extremely quickly. We already saw the Shimur, but they do have the orbitals. They have a tractor beam ability to bring them closer, and a powerful laser. So we're just gonna go ahead and kill all these Umga.
Yeah, so just hope for a good aim.
Yeah.
Because as they are coming in, I would like to have them on one of the 16 angles. You can see I cannot turn smoothly, but I have these 16 angles that I can choose from, or that I can turn into. And I would like to have him coming in at the perfect angle so that I can shoot him down as I'm pulling the Umga into my range. Because it can deflect with its cone shot. It can deflect my laser, so I cannot really, or I can rarely piece it. But if
Yeah,
the
you have
Umga
to
is
do it
coming
from
in
the
actually
side.
like this, like from behind, it cannot shoot me, and that would be
But
perfect.
the orbitals will take it out if it gets too close as well. If the laser can't hit it, the orbitals will still
Yeah, dead here,
whittle
but
it
it's
down.
2.
Yeah, we always bring two Shima because killing all the Druj and Boomga with only one is really hard, and pretty much is only rarely achieved even in practice.
Okay. So now we keep you,
Also,
little toad.
the Shimmers will still be useful later, so it doesn't even save any time to get to. I mean, doesn't lose any time.
So, and with this, we are coming close to endgame.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is the end game.
Just some neat
But-
little ship upgrade that we need.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go back to the highly advanced crystalline mechanical beings and get a much needed upgrade.
So that we are ready
We
for the
go
final boss.
from we
Oh,
go
okay.
from no weapons to destroying entire huge bodies of mass. With a bomb.
So proceed with the modifications. Perfect. So just a neat little upgrade here and a little bit of fuel.
Yeah. And now we're gonna add, yep, just the fuel, and now we're gonna add more shimmers. We're probably gonna add a few extra here because the final fight is really hard, and the more you take, the slower, but also the less chance of you to lose the final fight.
And then this is other little ship here in here. The
2 is
Juggernaut.
the standard, but we bring 4 here, as well as the Ugwig ship, which will be useful for killing certain types of ships. I'll go ahead and explain what it does now. It has a shield where each second you have it activated reduces the battery, but if things shoot it, then it increases the battery. So if you time the shields only when they're attacking, it will gain energy and can shield pretty much forever, and then sneak in shots which cost no energy in between. And now we're heading to the final battle.
So first with the use of the Hypnotoad.
Yep,
It's here
finally
to
doing something
confuse.
useful with it.
So there's this ring of
Um,
ships moving away now. That's the purpose.
Yep, we don't want to have to deal with all those. And now we are going to go to this object that's as big as a moon.
And
Oh,
now
look, there's
for
still
the
3
guards.
Ur-Quan and 3 Korra. And you know what ship is really good against things with huge firepower? Some ship that can shield. So that's exactly what the Ugwig is for. It's gonna kill all these ships. Gonna time the shields when they shoot based on what their energy bar is and sneak in shots in between.
Yeah, they pretty much have no chance.
Yeah, Ugwig just hard counter both these ships.
Two down, 4 more to go. Oh, there it goes, the supernova. I was missing it. Though it's fast if they use the supernova because it just takes a lot of their energy to drain. So yeah, that's the special ability of the core. They display it sometimes.
Yeah, the core have the special
neat little ring
circle.
yeah.
It's useful for defense or offense, but not against the outwig. The Ur-Quan aren't actually launching fighters since they're pretty useless against shields, which is good for us because it would actually stall the fight greatly. So it's a good thing they don't do that.
Yeah, I think it's mainly programmed in because of how the shot of the Utwig looks like.
Yeah, true, because it does.
Because you can just like the fighters have just 1 HP and you can easily kill them if you have a broad array of lasers like the Utwig has.
We're tanking some shots at the end there so that we can sneak in more shots.
Yeah, and then into the final fight. Yeah, do you want to explain the Sumatra fight here?
Okay, so we're gonna be using Chimeras. We're gonna have to kill all of those red things. The green things, however, have health and they'll knock us back. And the red things are so fast, and they do tons of damage if they make contact. Orbitals can keep us. Orbitals and laser shots can keep us safe for a bit, but we're playing in borrowed time, so you want to take out the red things as quickly as possible. This fight can spiral out of control really easily. It's one of the hardest parts of the run, probably the hardest part of the run for sure. Right at the end.
Yeah, so it's also very RNG dependent because I had a very bad starting position.
I mean,
because I spawned very far away, but it also depends on the angle that you get in because it can sometimes snipe a lot of these green balls coming at you, so that you're not pushed away. But
usually you can make the most of the luck, but if you play well, but yeah, definitely you can definitely lose time if you just get unlucky with positioning.
Here.
And this is going decently well. As long as we take out all these red things with the Shimmers we have, it's all good. It's possible to beat this with just one, but it usually takes 2 or 3 because the green balls just knock you back so much. And it's really hard to get in to actually deal damage.
Oh no, just this one little bastard.
One red left.
Yeah, I'm probably dying with this Jimmer and have to go with the 4th one.
You still have an area limit of last resort. Yeah, that'd be kind of bad if you have to load because I mean you still reach the 50-minute probably, but it'd be a huge time loss.
Ah, decent. Oh no, that's where they all come from.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, the angle is good, but
that didn't go very well. Oh, nice. Now, okay, this is better. No,
go on.
It's fine.
Let me just finish this. No, I'm getting bopped away.
It's so close as well. It's fine. Just hold the momentum.
Yeah, I will try with the Utwig here.
Wait, what? Why are you not? Yeah.
Because I died.
Oh, that's actually really bad.
Yep. So try once more with this, and might have to load here.
Yeah, that'll be unfortunate.
Depends how this goes.
I think it's low HP, so if you can just sneak a couple shots in.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. This is not great.
I think they have 10 health though. I may be wrong about that.
Yeah, I think everything here has 10 health. Yeah, okay, that is...
No, I don't think I think the green balls have less.
That is loading here.
Yeah, just load. It's unfortunate, but we can just give it another try. Yeah, even for
oh, that's
like
way better.
Happy Camper, this fight's just so tough.
Yeah, I mean, there are other ships which can do this fight like consistently better. But
yeah, you
not
can beat it without even getting hit.
This with the Jimmer, it's just the fastest because it has the most damage output over time.
Yeah, Shimmer is the fastest. Pakunk is much easier. because it can outrun all the things, so you can sort of whittle it down over time, but it's slow.
Yeah, exactly. So actually,
I
in the
think even
past I
with
used to
reloading
do it
too.
with the Kunk, but since we're selling all of those, yeah, I cannot really do it anymore. This looks way better.
Yeah, this is
Oh
much
no!
better.
Oops! Oh, nice. Okay, I got it. So time is coming
Nice.
up in a few seconds here.
Yeah,
I
time
enter
stops
here.
as soon as you drive your
And
ship into
time.
the thing and the cutscene starts.
Yeah. So that was quite quick in
And
the end. At the end, so you can see you pretty much had both spectrums. A very tough battle where I actually lost,
time?
and a very
Okay.
slow, a very fast one. It depends. It's pretty much all about positioning in this fight, and yeah, resulting angles of your ship and how if you get bopped away and so. Yeah.
But overall, just a very cool and fun speedrun. There's lots of aspects to it. And this game in general is just so fun. I recommend it a lot. This game's just such a joy to play, both casually, and it's a fun speedrun once you know it well as well.
Yeah, exactly. If you haven't played it casually, you can certainly recommend it.
Yeah,
like
it's free.
there's of course the original
UPM
DOS version you could play, but there's like this version, this PC version, the Ur-Quan Masters version 0.8 it is currently. That is for free actually. You can Google it up. It will get you to a SourceForge page where you can download it from. And it also has some mods if you like to play around with them as well. So it's actually free to play and a very nice experience. Casually as well as speedrunning.
Yeah, it's just such a cool thing to play, so people here should try it if they're interested.
Yeah, so a couple more shoutouts. Thanks Kat for joining me on the commentary. I know it was a pretty spontaneous thing. You helped me out last time as well, like 2 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago it was. But this was a more spontaneous one. Also, thanks for all the people in the community. Like we have a couple of runners. Most of them are inactive, but it's always great to have runners up for your game. Also Substyle was around last time we had a speedrun, so it's good to see all these people still hanging around and being there for speedruns. All right, any more shoutouts from your side or?
No, it's all good.
All right.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, thanks
great
for
stuff. Thank you for submitting to FTLG, and definitely hope you submit again sometime.
Yep. Thanks. That
Up
would be
next, we have, you'll never have guessed it, Happy Camper again. And he's going to be doing a race with Tenka, playing Moonstone A Hard Day's Night. So stay tuned, guys, and we'll be back shortly.
See you soon.
See ya.